is CNN, a network of Turner Broadcasting System.
Just ahead, a device to make car engines last longer. That's on CNN Science and Technology Week.
CNN presents Science and Technology Week with science editor Charles Crawford.
A device that pumps up oil pressure in an engine before it cranks. It's designed to make motors last longer by reducing the wear when they start. Automotive engineers say most of the wear and tear on an engine comes from starting it, not running it. Now comes along an ingenious accessory that may increase dramatically the life of a motor. The metal-on-metal sound of a cold starting engine. It's estimated that as much as 80% of engine wear occurs during the time the ignition key is turned and the motor starts. That's because it can take a minute or more for a car's oil pump to lubricate the engine's moving parts. However, this vehicle is equipped with a new device designed to pre-lubricate the engine before it actually starts. The inventor explains how the so-called pre-luber works.
What the pre-luber will do is it'll draw oil out of the sump, the engine's own oil sump, put it through the pre-luber, pressurize it, injects it in the back where the filter is, and runs it up on the cam, through the rod bearings, and on the cylinder walls. When I turn it on, it takes very few seconds to happen. It's coming now. You can see it up here on the cam first, and then if you start, you can see the oil seeping past the rod bearings, main bearings, and if I turn the rod, you can actually see it squirt the cylinder walls.
With the conventional engine, it takes a number of seconds before the gauge indicates engine oil pressure. With the pre-luber, the needle starts to move as soon as the key is turned to accessory. A few seconds later, the start is quiet and almost instantaneous. Most of the parts are die-cast aluminum. A 9-volt motor drives the unit, controlled by a 30-amp relay timer, mounted on a small electronic circuit board. But Brown says the real success secret of the pre-luber is its ring and rotor pump.
Rotor is off-center from the ring, and that's how the star pattern is able to pick up the oil and then squeeze it out. It picks it up through a little valley on the back here, and then squeezes it out on this side.
And that, says the inventor, means even in sub-zero temperatures, an engine can be pressurized to 50 psi before start.
It's a very tight tolerance device that can pump thin oil at low RPM, and low RPM is the only way you can pump thick oil.
The pre-luber currently is sold primarily as a mail-order item, but the developer expects to market the device soon in auto parts stores and as an optional accessory on new cars.
Little wears out your car engine faster than not letting your oil circulate before heading down the road. Nation's Business Today correspondent Bruce Page finds an answer to the slippery problem in Carlsbad, California.
Take a look at your oil gauge when you hit the ignition, and chances are this is what you see, a dial crawling like a centipede to where it should be before you speed away. Most of us ignore it, but ultimately pay the price of hundreds of dollars for a rebuilt engine. If you're looking for a compromise between wear and tear and your patience, check this out. It's called the pre-luber, an add-on device you attach to your engine. In 10 seconds or less, your dial now signals raring to go.
The basic idea of the pre-luber is to take oil from your oil pan and to pre-lubricate and pre-pressurize the engine before you engage it. And this helps eliminate the dry starts in engines, and this is especially helpful in cold weather and especially with turbos also.
80% of all wear on your engine happens right after ignition. Alternatively, with the $350 pre-luber on your car, engine life is extended dramatically, say corporate officials, and they have results from one of Detroit's leading test facilities to back it up.
And there was a 53% wear difference between the engine that had the pre-luber and the engine that did not have one.
Another feature helping this product, you can change your own oil in less than a minute. Pull the release apart, turn the pump on, and out it goes, including sludge. Products like these always face an uphill battle for respect. They don't serve the profit ambitions of car manufacturers, who naturally want to sell as many cars as they can, as often as they can. So it's only in the aftermarket that they can be found, and demand seems to take almost forever to build, as word passes ever so slowly from one backyard mechanic to another. If lubrication research has the staying power it says it has, it stands to reap big dividends in years ahead. Cost and oil-efficient conscious consumers will spread the word much faster as they discover the pre-luber works equally well on engines of the sea as those on land. In Carlsbad, California, Bruce Page, First Business.
Pinnacle Enterprises is the general partner of a limited partnership which is structured to invest and acquire patents, products, and services to diversify an investor's portfolio in several deals. This will decrease the risk and increase the potential profitability of the investment. With the diversity and knowledge that Mr. Davis has acquired in looking at various products and services, he's developed a knack for finding niches in huge industries. With the marketing and advertising background he possesses, he is able to bring those ideas and products to the masses quickly and effectively to establish product awareness, increase sales, and attract corporate interest. Pinnacle Enterprises currently has 3 potential projects underway. We invite you to examine them and consider your possible involvement in what could be one of the most innovative and high-growth companies of the 90s. Pinnacle Enterprises. Remember the name. You'll hear a lot more about us.